So on the official website from BeamNG, they show off some announcements of something new is on the horizon. This is posted on May 28th. It says, "Greetings everyone. It has been a while since we last checked in, and we know how much anticipation has built up. While the team is focused on development of the community filled with space with extraordinary creativity, no shortages of speculation, patience we don't take lightly, and genuine curiosity about the game or about what's brewing behind the curtains. Version 0.39, coming later this year, is shaping up to be one of the most ambitious updates in BeamNG's history, which I can fully agree to that, since it's coming out on the PS5s and the PS5 Pro, and I feel like they're gonna do possibly Xbox. I know for sure they definitely won't be able to do on Nintendo Switch if you want to. On here it says there's gonna be, they have a ton of new changes, but they can't really explain it in detail because there's gonna be just that much. There's gonna be new atmosphere and sky, volumetric clouds and shadows with multi-scattering sky, improve atmospheric fog, which, by the way, that was actually from a mod not that long ago. Rendering tech, there's new Direct 3D 12 Renderer, new support for HDR, and new natural tone mapper, which improves both SDR and HDR. So as everyone will be getting some sort of benefit. I am stuck with SDR because I don't really have that great of a PC. But for those of you that can run newer Direct 3D, they will have major improvements. Lighting and shadows, like we said, is going to come directly change. It's going to be a simulate eye adaptation, improved dynamic reflections, fast screen space shadows, improved shadow quality and stability. There's nothing really much else to say about that. Surfaces and textures are going to look completely different, or completely better, I should say. We're going to be using a detailed mapping system on that. Nighttime rendering is supposed to be look a lot more realistic, calibrated intensity, temperature, and light cookies, which I feel like that's gonna be in. I could go deep into it. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop myself from that. Textures that shape projected light, allowing for realistic patterns and beam effects based on technology and market regions. So there's some pretty good photos on here, and these you can go pretty well in depth with the new graphics. Yeah, and it seems like they reimagined the motion blur a little bit, but you can also see the little volumetric fog that's in the background, which is pretty cool. And there's more volumetric sky here, which, not gonna lie, these all started from mods, and I gotta say, the devs are doing pretty dang well. These are just absolutely sick images. I think out of all of them, This one has to be my favorite because you can see just how well this photo has gotten. I could take a same photo and it probably wouldn't look as the same. Anyways, all of it comes paired with underlying optimization and fully revised set of graphics quality presets, carefully tuned for better balance between visual and performance. Not gonna lie, I play the game on performance mode and lowest settings, just so I can at least play at decent FPS. Speaking of performance, we put some serious effort in improving RAM or memory efficiency. RAM and GPU prices has gone up. I probably have $100,000 worth of RAM just sitting on my storage room. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. We hope our work can offset at least some of the impact. I don't know why I'm struggling. The new versions brings meaningful reduction to both RAM and VRAM usage depending on what content you're running and which mods you have installed, of course. Along with reduced memory consumption during loading screens, which can trim loading time in some cases. On-site content, we're happy to confirm a new vehicle is on the way too, which is freaking amazing. Last time we got a new vehicle, it was these two right here, which I can't wait to see what the new vehicle is going to look like. The physics engine is also getting some attention. The aerodynamics simulation has been expanded, including effects like slipstreaming, side drafting, bump drafting, which is another thing that I've been really wanting since day one of having the game, which was back in like 2020-ish. It should make racing and more static and offer new ways to practice hypermiling, which I find it funny that they have that in there because we are in a gas crisis. Gas prices are going down a little bit, so this would be kind of fun to mess with too. Improvements don't really stop there. We also added a new dynamic damping system that reduces force feedback and collision for a cleaner feel to that wheel. I don't have a wheel set up, even though in some clips I do have running in the background. Does look like I have one, but I'm just using more an assist kind of thing. Beyond version 0.39, there's another topic we want to address. One community has been asking for so long as we can remember. So here it goes. Official multiplayer is real, but not there yet. And we're committing to deliver it. I absolutely can't wait for this. I tried setting up my own server with my own mods and everything in it. I seem to not be able to get it to work, no matter if it's on my Windows PC or my Linux. I just straight up can't get it to work, and there's very few public servers that actually has mods that I want to play with. But I feel like it's going to open up a lot more. You can I hope they set it up so you can just plug and play. Like you open up a server and you can just select directly on the game what mods you want on that server and what mods you want, or what players you want in there, and I don't know. It's somewhat like the original spin tires. That was the most basic mod selection you can use, at least in my experience. Development and multiplayer has been underway for several years now, so they actually have been working on it, but it's still far from what we call ready, and likely won't be for quite a while. I know they're gonna cook the update when they mention it. Well, some of their features won't take for a while, and when it does land, it won't arrive as final. That is completely fine. The game is still an open beta, even though it's about 15 years old now. Um, it will follow some approach we're taking with the tire physics, which also is. I'm still using mods for it, but I've seen some minor improvements with how the tire acts. Um, it, as soon as it's ready, it'll gradually improve based on your feedback. Stay true on how we usually work. We don't want to compromise development as promised as arbitrary date, and when rushing work to meet it. It's not a simple project. We don't want to do it justice, so we held off saying anything until the foundation had advanced enough to feel comfortable sharing. That milestone is finally on the horizon, and I will give you a video. I will share that in the link down below, and you can also get it through the PlayStation Store, which has announced as 2026. We don't know when that's gonna be, and I feel like it's gonna be a very awesome little change here. So anyways, if you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.